Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. These are mods for Saturday the 5th of February. That's right, we got a Saturday drop of mods. There's some cool ones today. Oh, yesterday. Well, it depends. I'm recording this Sunday, actually. Sorry for the lateness of the recording. I had no idea they dropped mods. First up, though, there has been an update to Carmeston Farm by Oxygen David, which I know a few people have been waiting for and hoping for. I won't read out the entire change log, but at the bottom on info it says no new save is required, but a few issues above will only be fixed when you do start a new game. Now, it doesn't say which of them, so when you look at the change log, and there's quite a lot of stuff in there, it doesn't specify which of those won't be changed unless you do a new save game. But it's good that you don't need to do a new save if you don't need to. I know a couple of people messaged me yesterday, or late yesterday, early this morning, to ask if I do the update, will I lose my stuff I've got already? I have updated my save game, and nothing has changed. One of the things is it does say Field 23 free has been fixed. So if you want that for free, get it. Do the update, and because you already own it, because I was worried it would take it back and that kind of thing. No, everything seems to be fine. Everything I'd previously done, my contracts that were ongoing still seem to be. Fingers crossed, everything seems to be okay. It does then say gates out of line on dedicated servers, and the main farm being able to open gates in multiplayer will be hopefully fixed when Giants release patch 1.3, which could be, who knows, anytime. So that's the update. In front of me, we have got a welcome return to the franchise. The Fiat Agri 18090. This is by Pepe978 FSI Group. 30.36 megabytes to download and 8 slots on console. I always remember this having a fantastic engine sound, albeit a little bit loud, but it was really very nice. And there's some really nice options on this as well. It's got the PAVT rims, although they're not adjustable, but you can choose them. In real life, when you adjust them, the whole hub moves out on those like rails, so you can widen the track. It's amazing. Very cool. Anyway, so you'll find this. Let's go up to our vehicles. This one's under medium tractors. Yep. The Fiat Agri 180/90, nice and cheap as well. 180 horsepower. Slot count will come down from 8 to 1 for any subsequent one you get. We've got configuration standard, rear mudguards, which widens that rear mudguard out. 450 kilogram weight on the front with rear mudguard. 900 kilogram front weight with rear mudguard. Then it says front linkage. Now, if you go for front linkage, that rear mudguard does stay wide. If I go back 1, 2, you see rear mudguard. Then we switch from 900 kilogram weight to front linkage, and that rear mudguard stays. So if you want the front linkage, 3-point, you can, and it's got PTO in there as well. Tyre choices, we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, knock-in, and back to Trelleborg. The knock-ins, we've got standard, we've got wides with this different tread, and we've got communal. And the Trelleborg, we've got standard, wide 2, narrow tyres, rear twins, then we move on to the variable rear track. Then we've got variable total, front and rear, rear wide, variable total, wides across all, big XL tyres, back to standard, and Michelin, standard, wides, narrows, rear twins, back to standard, so there's no variable tracks on those. Continental, standard, wide, narrows, rear twin, back to standard. Mitas, standard, rear, twin, back to standard. BKT starts on wides, wide 2, rear twin, back to wides. Vredestein, standard, wide, narrow, rear twin, back to standard. We've looked at knock-in already, back to Trelleborg. Then design, standard or hydraulic pistons. Now, if you look inside the cab, I think you can see that, it's got a metal floor. If we change that to hydraulic piston, it puts rubber mats in, for starters. But more importantly, on the back, you've got standard, and then it puts hydraulic pistons on the 3-point links, is what changes on there. Then we go for forestry under design. Does that keep the pistons? No, it goes back to standard. Forestry rig and then back to standard again. Oh, that's quite cool as well. Like that a lot. Then we've got beacon light standard, left, right, both. Sorry, hang on. Single beacon, double beacon, off. Doesn't give you the option left or right on that one. Front loader attacher is on as standard. On this, we can have stall or quick, but there's no off option. It comes with a front loader attacher regardless. Then we've got short pre-filter exhaust, long pre-filter, short pre-filter and straight up pipe, back to short pre-filter. I went for that, I think. Quite like that. Those are your options there. And then we've got the number plate option 2. Let's hop out. Let's jump in. Did I go for? Oh yeah, Fiat Agri on the number plate. Start it up. Door opens and closes when you get in. Does sound good. Horn. Beacon. Lights. That may be quite loud. Went for the big, the extra wides on this one. Wide XLs. For the price, for 180 horsepower. It's one of those ones I picked quite a lot when I played it on FS19. But for recording, it could be quite loud, unfortunately. But it doesn't seem too bad. I don't know if that sound file's been adjusted or not. What I'm going to do is open that. If we open cover, L1 and left on the D-pad, opens and closes the door yourself, so you can have it open if you want. And then first person. Light options coming on the dash. There we go. Very nice indeed. Fiat Agri 18090 by Pepe 978 FSI Group. Next we have a pack. The Class Tractors package by Schnibble Modding. This is 47.81 megabytes download. It takes the standard in-game. We've got the Class 600 series, 800 series, 900 series and 900 TT, TerraTrack. It basically takes the base models, adds a load more tyre options, colour options, beacon options, front loader. If you look at the two larger ones, the 900, the 900 TT, front loader options, and it also puts a couple of front loaders in the pack. We've got a Class FL140, again with colour options to match up with what you get in the pack, and there's the quick Q8M in this pack as well. All of them look brilliant, sound brilliant. Options available. There are quite a few tyre choices. I'm not going to read all the tyre choices out because there's 4 tractors to go through with all the tyre choices. Needless to say, some of them, the 2 larger ones don't come with narrow options. These do. This one comes with a narrow twin option, which this one doesn't, and these don't come with narrow twins either. So there's a few different options between them all. This one's got a US spec on it as well, which changes. I went for the US spec because it gave you the sunroof, and you'll see the options if we go to them. But they all look lovely. This is, yeah, I said Schnibble Modding, didn't I? So the 600 is 18 slots. The 800 is 16 slots. The 900 is 17 slots. The 900 TT is 16 slots. The front loader 140, that one there, is 2 slots, and the quick is 3 slots. That's the slots out the way. Right, let's have a look, shall we? So you'll find the first of them. It's the 600 under small tractors, I think it might be. There we go. It's right next to the standard in-game one. Price is the same, 120 grand. Now, the standard in-game one is 15 slots, but the modded one is 18. A little bit of a difference, but there's a lot more options available on it. Slot count will come down from 18 to 1, as you can see. So the Arian 660, 610. We got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, and back to Trelleborg. Under the Nokian, we've got that tread, and the communal. Under Trelleborg, like I say, I'm not going to read them all out, but there are a few to look at. And I mean, to be honest with you, I could go through and read them all out. And on a lot of the mods I normally do. But really, I suppose it's the same as colour options now, because there's so many different tyre manufacturers and so many different options on most of them. It's one of those things you can have a look through and you can pick out the ones you might have a preferred tread, preferred company, that kind of thing. The BKTs, I think, often are the ones that only have wide selections. There we go. Then we've got beacon lights. None, left, right, both, or off. That's why I got confused with the Fiat Agri, because these ones you've got the option of left or right. The other one had left both, but left, right, or both. Then front loader attacher, we've got no. We've got the class attacher. That's quite nice. Class attacher or no. So, but the quick will attach to it because I've done it on the other ones as well. Then engine, we've got 145 horsepower, 165, 185, 205, and back to 145. So 205 horsepower is the highest you'll go on this. And then we can change the main colour to anything on this palette, and there are a few to choose from. This is the same palette option on all of them. Again, I probably won't go through all of them. The one I did like, got a grey, is this one. I think I went for in this, the gloss grey. Quite like that. And then there's a beige 2. Let's go back to the gloss grey. Then rim colour. Again, quite like the gloss grey, but this is your rim colour options: red, black, grey, gloss grey, white, and beige. So you can mix and match to your heart's desire. And then we've got the option of license plate 2. That's the 66610. The under medium tractors, we've got the 8 series, the Action 870 800, 185 grand for the base model. The slot count will go down from 16 to 1. Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian. We've got standard 2, but there's no communal under this one. So back to Trelleborg, standard wheel weights, wide and weights, wide and weight 2, rear twin. Then we go to the narrows, and this one's done had the narrow twins. I like that as an option on this one. This is the only one of the 4 options that has the narrow twin, and I do like that. But that's just me personally. Like I say, I'm not going to go through all the tyre options on these, because I think that's something that becomes a personal choice. But there are a whole load, and there are narrow twins, I think, on pretty much all of them. Might not be the... I think it might be the Mitas that doesn't, or the BKTs. It might be both, actually. Oh no, that does. Maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, there you go. The BKT doesn't have a narrow or narrow twin option. Now, this road does change though. We've got the EU like this, which has got no sunroof, and there's a few little bits that change. And if I click over to US, mudguards change. A little bit on the light stalks, the front changes. The roof design changes. And we also get the warning triangle on the back on the US spec one. Beacon lights, none, left, right, both off. And then warning signs, if you go for the US spec one, you can put the light stalks. Actually, let's put it back on EU. I think we can still do that. So on the EU version, you get the warning squares rather than the stalks if you go for the EU version. Then engine size, 205, 215, 235, 264, 295, back to 205. So 295 is the highest that will go. Same colour options, same rim options. and number plate option as well on the 800. And then we go to large tractors, and on the very end we've got the 9 series, the 960-920 and the 960-930 TerraTrack. Slot counts will go down from, what did I say these were, 17 and 16 to 1 for each one. So the standard 900. Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, BKT. There's no Nokian option on this one. Standard, wheel weights, wides, widen weights, rear twins, twins, back to standard. Like I said, there's no narrow options on these larger ones. I think it's pretty much the same in all of them. Yep. And then back to Trelleborg. Beacon light, same thing. Left, right, both off. Front loader attacher. And that's the big difference as well for these larger ones, having a front loader attacher on such a big tractor. So I've got the quick or off. Actually, there's no class one on that. Oh, interesting. And if you go for the front loader attacher, it takes the front mud guards off too. Then we've got engine size 325, 355, 385, 410, 445. 445 horsepower being the largest size on that. And then same thing with colour options. And number plates as well. And then the TerraTrack is different with the tyres because obviously it's got a rear track, so it will only change the front tyres. And on all of these, it just has a standard and a wide option on all of them. For your tyres, same thing with beacon lights. Front loader attacher, quick or off, same thing. Mud guards go if you go for the front loader. And this is 355 or 445. So only 2 engine horsepower options on the TerraTrack, and then colour options as well, which you've already seen, but we'll do it anyway. And number plate option 2. I'm glad we got through all of that, and there were no problems. That's good. Right, let's hop in. Horn, lights, beacon. Now these also do have under L1, R1 together, right stick up and down, opens and closes the rear window. Really nice smooth animation. That does look crystal clear as well. And then side to side on the D-pad will open the left door. That option is the same on all of these. You can open the rear window and the left door. Interiors are nice and neat and tidy. Getting a little bit of a flicker from those mirrors. Now, I know I've said this a few times, you might be new to watching my mod reviews. If you get that flicker and you're on console, I don't think it works on PC, I don't see why it wouldn't, but you might not be getting flicker at all. I know some people said on Xbox they've had no flicker on the mirrors at all. But if you go into your menu, go down to Objects, pick a big bag, something that has no options whatsoever, click on it, but then don't buy it. If I come back out again, the mirrors are fixed. It happens every now and again, jumping between vehicles, getting in and out of vehicles. Sometimes those mirrors go a bit flickery. If they do, yeah, just go on, pick a big bag or something with no options. You don't have to buy it. And then, what was I going to say? And then something. And then it'll fix it. Right, we don't need to get into all of them, but we'll hop into this one. Because I went for the US spec. I don't know if I can fold those. I don't think I can. No, it looks like they've got little hinge bits on there. I thought you might be able to fold the light stalks, but I don't think you can. But the light stalks are on there. Same thing with the doors and windows. I went for a right beacon on this one. Rear window and door. I think the horn's the same on all of them, as far as I can tell. Interiors on all of them are very nice and tidy. What we will do is have a quick look at one of the other ones with the front loader, because that's something a little bit different. On the larger ones, we'll go for the TerraTrack, not that it matters. I do like the design of the quick front loader. It's got a nice kind of sweep to it. So yeah, large tractor with a front loader makes it very versatile, and I think the quick one is a lot longer, so for the larger tractors you can get right down to the ground. I've found sometimes with the class one, and what's the manufacturer we used to have, on the larger tractors they don't always reach the ground, which can be a problem if you're trying to drop items off, because it won't always let you. Start the engine. So that's as low as that will go, which isn't on the ground, as you can see, whereas the quick one is, although this seems a little bit higher. But they're, yeah, very nice set of tractors, nice options. Very cool indeed. The class tractor package by Schnibble Modding. Moving on to the last of the mods for today, and it's another pack. This is the Fella Grassland Equipment. This is by Vertex Design, featuring Mad Max and Rafnix. 43.5 megabytes to download. We have got 5 items in this pack. We have got the Ramos 3060 FP, the Ramos 3670 mowers. We've got a Tedder, the Sanos 8608DN. We've got 2 windrowers. We've got the Duras 1502 and we've got the Duras 1455, which we will have a look at all of in operation and in the store. So starting off with the mowers. The Ramos 3060 is a 3 metre front mower. The 3670 is a rear mounted side mower, which is 3.6 metres. 4 slots, 5 slots. You'll find them under tools and under mowers. Slot counts will come down from 4 and 5 to 1 and 1. 17,260 for the 3060 and 22,330 for the 3670. Options on these, we can have standard or lights mounted. Little warning things. Actually, it says lights mounted. Oh yeah, they're tiny underneath. I was going to say, where are the lights? But I think there's a light just underneath the warning squares. They said triangles then. And then the 3670, same thing, standard or with lights. I think it puts them around the back, doesn't it? There we go. For the back. Those are the options on the 3670. If we then look to Tedders, on the end, the Sanos 8608DN. This is an 8.6 metre Tedder. Only requires 95 horsepower, 16,600 to buy. Slot count will come down from 6 to 1. Equipment standard, lights mounted, and then wheel setup standard, or you can have a steering wheel mounted at the front. Takes the pressure off the 3-point link. A bit more stable when you unload it as well, but not a huge amount. Those are the options on the Sanos. And then we go to our windrowers right next door. The Duras 1502, that's a 6.3 metre windrower. That's got a couple of options on it we're going to see in a moment. One's got me puzzled, but the other two make sense. It'll make sense in a little while. 5 slots comes down to 1, 20,880. No options available. You get it just like that. And then the Duras, it says 1455, 14055. Pro, that's a 14 metre. Slot count will come down from 6 to 1, so slot counts aren't too bad on any of these. Options available on this one, you can have a license plate on it on the rear. If you want to have a license plate, you don't have to, you can turn it off. Of course, those are the only options. Requires 130 horsepower and will run at 11 miles per hour. So let's hook up. Unfold. If we put the lights on, you'll see there you go. And let's hook the rear one up as well. The rear one, to detach it, needs to be folded. It won't detach if it's open. So what we'll do is unfold mower. I mean, you've seen mowers operate before, but it's nice to see the animations. And again, lights, if you go for the light option, you don't have to go for the light option. Let's start the front one up. Start the rear one up. So with the 3 metre and the 3.6 metre, I mean it's a bit of an overlap. I was going to say it gives you a 6.6 metre, but I mean technically it doesn't, because you have got a, well, it's a tiny bit of overlap. Maybe about 6 metre mowing width, but there you go. So I mean, try to disconnect it. First you need to fold the tool. It won't let you disconnect that unless it is folded. So there we go. That's the mowers, the 2 Ramos mowers. Then we move swiftly over to the Sanos. Oh, so close to Thanos. The fellow Thanos, that would have been cool. Again, the detail on all of these is incredible. I mean, like I say, you can tell the level of detail, and you know everything just looks right, doesn't it? Who says? Being an expert on all the tedders I've looked at in my life. I've seen a few. But. So, unfold. Nice sound effects animation. .6 metre. Now, this as a tedder has work mode. This is, again, if you're tedding, this will take stuff away from fences, hedges, that kind of stuff. I know one of the other model uses that. If we go to R1 and toggle work mode, you can go left side, just switches the side of it a little bit. Leaves a gap, as you can see down the side there, which there wasn't a gap before. There is a gap now. If I do it again and go right-sided, it swings it the other way. And as we go, it will TED and it will bring the stuff away from that side. So if you are TEDing near fences and stuff, when you then come to windrow, you shouldn't have any problems damaging your equipment. That's the tedder. Turns your grass into hay, as any good tedder should. That's the Sanos. Then we move on to the Duras. So this first one is the 1502. 6.3 metre. This has work modes as well, and this is what's got me puzzled. It comes like this. This is out and can be folded away, which is fine. In its centred mode, it runs like this. So that's not 6.3 metres, but then you can put it left or right, and it will then do that. Which you'll see momentarily where you hooked up to. So, what we'll do is fold it. So we fold it, and raises that up, and it will put that away for transport. So now we're good for transport. We get to our field, unfold it. If I now turn on the windrower and then lower the windrower, it will just put it out to the side there, which is obviously isn't 6.3 metres. But if I change now my work mode, so R1, toggle work mode with L3, and we go right-sided, it will swing it out, and then we get our 6.3 metre, but it's right justified. If I do it again, it will swing the whole thing round. Okay, that's doing a double, which isn't left-sided, is it? That's just giving us a double swath now rather than single. A bit squeaky. I thought the whole thing switched over, but apparently not. No, it gives you a double swath. But I suppose again, if you're windrowing, that's taking that stuff away from fence lines and things, which any windrower would do. But anyway, okay, well those are the options for the Juris 1502. Having a mare pressed all the wrong buttons. Let's centre that. Let's centre our cheese, shall we? It's an interesting design. Personally, I prefer it on right justified. Yeah. Maybe that's just me. Which brings us on to the last of the mods for today, or for yesterday, depends how you look at it, and that's the Fella Juris 14055. 14 metres. Absolutely nice fella. This doesn't have any options, this just opens out 14 metres, gets the job done. Lovely animation on this. We definitely had, I don't know if we had all of this in this pack on 19. I know we definitely had this. I'm just thinking, did we have the mowers? Possibly. I love the way this thing unfolds. So, turn it on. And away we go. 14 metre wind rowing to your heart's content. I like this one a lot as well. I think when it came out on, I'm trying to think, it was on 17. I think it was definitely 19, but I don't know about 17. I can't remember back that far. The fact it was a different design, you know, it looks very different, the way it folds and just generally looks. So there we go, the Fella Juris 14055. Fantastic animation on it. And that's it for the mods for Saturday from me. Hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. As always, enjoy the rest of your weekend and thanks for watching.